Hey y'all, it's Kia and here's another summer DIY for you. I'm going to upcycle this shirt and show you how to do this design. I'll list all the materials I use in the description box. We're going to start with a thick, heavy to medium weight cotton t-shirt if possible. I thrifted this years ago. It was in my stash, but you can find any shirts. I'll link some in the description box. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a slight fold in the back of the shirt and then flip it over so it's on its fold, right? And we're gonna make triangles. I'm going to draw this out so you can see it on the black shirt. It's just a triangle, but it's on a fold. You're gonna cut it. Just cut the triangle. That's the gist of this. We're just gonna be cutting out triangles on a fold. So I cut this out and then we're going to give ourselves some space between the cut, like a thumb or two, and then we're gonna cut again. So you can use that as a template to cut. That's very tedious, but I'm just showing you, you could use that as a template, but pretty much I freehand this, okay? I'm just showing you this as a guide and an example. So what you do is you just start cutting. You make your triangle, add some space like a thumb, then cut again. Space, then cut again. You're gonna cut all the way across and you're gonna get this look. You're gonna open up the shirt and you'll see you have these diamond shapes. And that's it. We're just gonna keep repeating the same thing. So we'll have some space between the top layer and the bottom layer, and we're gonna fold again, then flip it and then cut. So fold again, flip it and cut. You don't want to end up doubling up on your shirt and making a mistake and cutting somewhere you don't want to. So I kind of teeter-totter, right? So the diamond is above me, I go to the side of it and cut. So it's kind of like in and out, in and out. Then we make our triangles going across, all the way across, same like the first. That's it. That's really what we do. We keep repeating this and then we get this design. As you can see, yeah, we finish it up by doing our last row. And then all those diamonds, you would just stretch out a little bit, not too rough, just pull on them a little bit so the fabric can curl over. And we get this. You can do this in the front or back of your shirt. Here's the next design. This one is super easy. Now we're in the front of our shirt, and what you're gonna do is you can use like a ruler to mark some straight lines going across. So we're gonna make like squares. I made about 9 squares. Think of Brady Bunch squares and how you see all the family in the squares. That's what you're thinking of. Once you've made your squares, you're just going to make slits. I use a roller cutter because it just makes this much more faster. And you just make 4 to 5 slits in your box. That is it. And we're just going to do this in different directions. So now I'm just going across horizontally, just going across. That's it. So depending on how many slits you want to do, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, that's fine. And then I do it the opposite direction. I go down and make slits. You can do this. You could definitely do this with a scissor. It's just easy. Just take your time so you don't overcut. But that's it. Once you made your slices, you just pull on the fabric a bit and it gives you kind of like a claw swipe type. Think lion. If someone was to claw at your shirt, that's what you're getting, that kind of look. But I just love this design because it really does bring out the shirt. I wouldn't necessarily do this design on something that has a graphic tee unless you like that. I personally don't mind cutting up a graphic tee with a graphic as long as I'll be able to see the gist of the graphic. I think it's just unique, but this would work really great if you want to wear it as a cover up, if you want to wear it over sports bras, something like that. I really like these shirts, and again, these are perfect for the summer and you just want to be creative. What I'm doing now is cutting off the sleeve. So I take the hem of the sleeve and I skip over that, and then I just make a thin slice between the hem all the way to the collar, and I don't cut through the collar. So I cut right before I hit the collar so this can expose my shoulders. But that's it, y'all. I have the diamonds in the back and the slices in the front, and this is the look. Like, you see what I said about overcutting? I end up overcutting at the bottom there, but I still like the look. That's the back and the front. So you can do these separate. You don't have to do the designs together. I just really like the look, and it's just funky, right? The ombre gives it a little look. I shortened my shirt. This was a longer shirt, so you can crop the shirt if you want. The design is cool. I think it's another fun way to upcycle, have fun, and do something really cool with your shirts. Would you try this?